Hey guys, what's up? I got some awesome news today. List of all the weapons, and some clarification on some things. Now, he mentioned that his weapons list, this is, of course, the game Revolution, wasn't 100% complete. It's just most of the weapons. But I noticed in his listing, he didn't mention some of the weapons that we saw in the trailer and in some of the advertisements. So I think that will fill in the blanks for the other weapons he did not mention. But he did mention weapons that we had already put down and figured out. So first thing, we're going to get into kind of a smaller category, which is the sniper rifles, marksman rifles, and like the extra, which is the riot shield. He mentions the TAC 50, which we had already put down. Says the AS 50 will be in there. I guess that's similar to a kind of a Barrett, and then Dragunov. Then for marksman rifles, he said that there would be a Remington in there that's the same as um, the one from PUBG, which is the Remington 94, if you didn't know. And then right after that, he says the Remington 1984 will be in there, and they're very similar guns, like almost down to a T. So I think he just got a little mixed up, but I'm gonna go with the one that he saw the name of, which is the Remington 1984. Then we have the Car 98 and the M14 ERB. Now he says that the marksman rifles will not be scoped as of right now. This is still, you got to see it as a game in progress because it really is. But as of right now, how they've got the game set up, marksman rifles do not have scopes. And then, of course, the riot shield. Next three categories, which are big categories. So with assault rifles, we have the FAMAS F1, the SIG MCX, the M4A1, the AK-47, which is something I predicted and it was right. I mean, wasn't a hard prediction. Pretty sure everybody saw that coming. Now the Ash 12 is in there. The FAL, and he says it's very similar to the one from Modern Warfare 2. And the Scar H. Saw a lot of people trying to say, "Hey man, I heard from here that the Scar H was going to be in there." And hey, if you're that guy, I wanted to believe it. Y'all just didn't drop any links for me to check out. I couldn't find that information anywhere. But now I got some verification. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped. And then he says the HK433, but it was also called at one point the Kilo 443. And the source said a lot of this stuff, you got to realize he's seeing it visually. He's not getting to see all of these guns or their titles and writing them all down. He's looking at them visually. And then the ones that he does see the title of, he just has visual references too. So he said there's a gun in here that he said was the Lynx, but they're calling it the HK433 or the Kilo 443. I think he just got mixed up because the Lynx is an AR upper and lower, and the HK is not. I mean, you can see the dead giveaway, the charging handle at the very top of the Lynx there. It is not the same at all as an HK. I think he just looked at the buttstock, the PDW style buttstock, and kind of got confused because this is the weapon right here that we all assume that just about everybody assumed is the HK 433. I was skeptical. I know a lot of you remember I was very skeptical. I thought it looked more like the B&T APC 556 PDW, which is the gun you see on the top right. The gun on the lower right is the HK433, but as you see, like it has the foldable buttstock, and the one in the image on the left has a PDW class 4 buttstock that goes into the gun. So it'd be some high modification if this is the HK433, which it looks like it is. But I'm not too upset if they give it customizations that we've never seen before, or modifications that aren't just cosmetic but internal. Um, as long as it's in the realm of realism, I do not mind. And you may be wondering why they don't just put like, the straight up HK433 in there. And it's probably because, you have there's probably going to be a lot of modern shooters coming out in the near future, using a lot of guns that this game's probably going to have, and you need something that's going to set yourself apart from those other games. They had different versions of the AK-47 in Modern Warfare 2, same with like the FAL. You need something to kind of set a different standard, set a difference. So I'm not upset, I'm totally hyped. I'm excited, I hope you guys are hyped too. Now moving on, we have the mini Uzi, which we saw in the trailer. MP5, AK-74 Tantal. His source said AK-74U because it was a submachine gun version of the AK, but we can all see right there. The Bison, which is from Modern Warfare 3, and the AUG. Now the AUG is usually an assault rifle. I think an MW2 is actually an LMG because it can use 3 different rounds. As a submachine gun, 9x19 Parabellum. And then apparently you can customize that and change it to where it uses 5.56, which would make it an assault rifle in the game. Um, it'd be cool if they also had a modification for 300 Blackout because it does have that capability in real life as well. There is an AUG that shoots that out there. But I don't think they're gonna go that far. Apparently they're only doing a customization that changes it from submachine gun to assault rifle. And apparently it's not the only gun whose customizations can change it into a different class of weapon. Next we have the MP7, and then we have the P90. Oh, the P90. I know a lot of you are happy about that. MG5 is something he also confirmed. He didn't mention the Stoner 96, but we actually saw that in some of the advertisement. Um, the L86 LSW, I think that was in Modern Warfare 2 as well. The PKM, um, and then the MG34. Yes, the MG34 is a World War II weapon, if a lot of you have confused looks on your faces right now. And if you're wondering why they did that, this isn't the first time they've done something like this. You got to realize the original Infinity War team, a lot of the members came back, right? And when they made the first Modern Warfare, they threw in the STG-44 in the first Modern Warfare. That is also a World War II weapon, but it's because it was a little throwback to the fact that they made World War II games in the beginning. The first two Call of Duties, which were made by Infinity Ward, were World War II games. So this being, kind of a reboot, this kind of thing doesn't surprise me. I'm actually kind of interested and curious to see how that plays out in the balance of multiplayer. Next, we're moving on to secondaries, and yes, shotguns will be secondaries apparently. Now with launchers, we have the RPG-7, the Javelin, the Stinger, and the Carl Gustaf. Carl Gustaf, if you don't already know, like these other ones, this one in particular is a vehicle lock-on. The reason I say that is because we haven't really seen this one before, but we have seen the other three before. Now on the shotguns, the one we thought was the Moz 500 is the R870. We also saw the W1200, but the other ones the guy had mentioned was the KSG. He said the C720, so I'm guessing the CZ720. That one is going to be a monster. It's semi, not to mention the fact that it has range. In the game, apparently, it's going to be the farthest range, the sniper of shotguns. Um, and then the Origin 12, he said was going to be in there. Now on pistols, SIG P320, M1911, and he had said the X16 pistol, which he thought might be a code name. If you look at the X16, you're going to find the prop pistol from RoboCop. So I decided to type in X6, and yes, SIG has come out with the X series, and X6 apparently is fairly popular, so I'm assuming that's what the code name is for. And then there's the 44 Magnum, and then the Desert Eagle. Now these are weapons apparently being worked on, but may not make it to the game or may be held for DLC later. They were planning on releasing an M91 custom. What that was the name at least they gave it for right now. They said M13. I'm pretty sure they meant MK13. Um, and then the M16 apparently was being worked on. Not sure if they're going to add it yet. And the ACR. Now, if these weapons make it to the game, that would put the game at like 43, 44 weapons in total, which is what I think MW2 had. From what we've seen with the perks and everything, it seems that they are really basing this game off of older formulas, sticking to those as the core structure of the game, and making tiny changes. Like your perk 1, 2, and 3 are mandatory, just like the older games. The number of weapons is similar. The only real difference in the customization is that with attachments, you put on attachments by compartment of your gun. It's all compartmentalized by where you put your sights, changing out your buttstock. Everything else seems to be cherry picked out of Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. So I'm psyched. I hope you guys are all pumped. Thanks for the support again. We're inching closer to 1,000 subs. Please go check out Gaming Revolution's channel, and I will see you guys next time.